everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rabia and welcome to a brand new video for me. So today's video we're going to be going over how I get like a natural looking finish but with full coverage. So I have a lot of dark circle, like I have so much dark circle which I've been complaining about a lot, and honestly with this quarantine you would think I'd be sleeping better, but I feel like my quality of sleep's gone down just probably because of stress and stuff. So my dark circles are popping, and then I have a lot of acne I am trying to cover up. So this video is kind of some tips and techniques of how I like to still not look super heavy, like at least skin wise. I mean, I'm wearing eyelashes and a really dark lip right now, so I can't say the makeup's very natural, but my skin, I feel like it has like a nice glow. It doesn't look too heavy, it doesn't feel heavy. Like I feel like even when I touch it, like it feels like skin. So if you guys would like to see how I do this, please consider liking the video, sharing with a friend, subscribing to the channel, and let's just get into it. So we're gonna start off with a freshly cleansed, toned, I also used a vitamin C serum and a moisturizer to prep my skin for makeup. What I also like to do at this time, just because we're going to be layering on products lightly, but we're going to layer them, so I'm going to just add an extra dose of hydration, and I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, and this is in the coconut shade. So next you want to just make sure that your skin is going to grip onto the products. Again, we're going to do light layers of a lot of different products, so you just want to make sure everything grips. So I'm going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I just want to apply this. If you haven't used a gripping primer before, you only need a little bit, and it's gonna feel really sticky. Like, I mean, that's the whole point of it, so that it grips onto whatever you put on top of it. So I'm just gonna put like a light layer of this on. The biggest thing about this whole routine is just try to keep it as light as possible. Don't put on too much, otherwise you're going to feel it. So we're just going to go in with small amounts, and then if you need to build, we'll build on top of it. Next, to conceal these super dark circles, I'm going to go in with an orange corrector. My favorite one is from LA Girl, and this is their Pro Conceal in the shade Orange Corrector, and this is available at Ulta and a lot of drugstores, and it's like $3–4 maybe, and it works so well. So this honestly you only need a little bit, otherwise you're going to start looking a little orange. So I just put it right at the tip of my dark circles. I also have a little bit of discoloration right around the lips, and I also want to just take it under the nose. So anywhere you feel like you're darker, you want to put orange corrector. To blend out my corrector, I like to use a brush. This is the Luxie 250 large eye blending brush. It's supposed to be for like eyeshadow, I suppose, but I just think that it works really well to really lightly buff in products. So we're gonna let the concealer just sit. We're not gonna touch it, bother it for a little bit, just so it has time to like fully set down and we're not moving it. And I'm going to start concealing some of my acne, and I'm gonna go in with a concealer, and this is the Tarte Shape Tape. I got it in a shade that matches me pretty closely, so this is in the shade 38 Neutral, Medium Tan Neutral. This is a brand new bottle, and so I'm just going to lightly just hit everywhere I have some acne scarring. And the good thing about this concealer is that it's super full coverage, so you really don't have to go in with a lot at all. And then we're going to actually grab another brush. So this is a Morphe E8. I used to use this for contouring a lot, but now I just like to do like a lot of precision work with it. So once you let it sit for a few moments, you're just gonna push it into your skin, because again, I don't want to move this coverage around too much because I want it to just stay put. So I'm just going to push it into the skin. Next, I want to do some concealing underneath of the foundation, again to make sure everything looks really light and fresh. So I'm going to go in with my favorite full coverage concealer. It's the Huda Beauty, the Overachiever Concealer, and I use it in the shade Graham Cracker. I'm just going to push a little bit onto my hands. This is super full coverage, so even that might be a little too much. And this is a little bit lighter, and so it's a lot lighter than my skin tone, and that's because I want to have brightness underneath of my eyes. This shade in particular also has like, see, that's pretty light. This shade in particular also has like a light peachy undertone, which is good for, again, like brightening up any dark circles that you might have. So that's why I like to use this, and I'm applying it with a brush just so that I can like not put on too much. Especially with this concealer, you can get heavy-handed pretty quickly, so I don't want to do that. But I do just have to make sure I get all of this covered. You can also use the Tarte Shape Tape in a shade that's a little bit more, again, brightening, but I didn't have that, so I'm just going to. And then just anywhere you would naturally conceal on top of your foundation, we're just going to conceal right now. Pick some up, like just a little bit, just for blending purposes, onto the sponge. And then I'm going to start pushing this into my skin. A sponge is your best friend when it comes to really, like, if you want light, airy coverage from a product, you don't want to look too heavy. This is the best way to get it done. So now you can see like that orange is gone, and my dark circles aren't showing through. And then even we're about to go in with a little bit more foundation. So you'll have, I mean, I don't bring the foundation all the way up into this part of my eyelids anyways. So you're gonna have a lot extra coverage. Okay, so at this point, this is what the skin's looking like. I feel like even this, it looks good, like my skin looks even and all of that, but I just want to go in with like a final veil and everything. So for that, you want to use something a little bit more light to medium coverage. And my personal favorite right now has been the Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Fetish Foundation. This is like so skin-like on top of the skin, so I like finishing off the look with this. From the drugstore, we also have the L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Up to 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. And in this, I use the shade, let's say the shade name, 495. And in this, I have the shade Medium 17. So I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath foundation today. I'm just going to, again, pump a little bit onto the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take the sponge and like dunk it in there. And I'm going to work first on my cheekbones, like, because this is like where I don't have any product. And again, we've let that concealer for the acne coverage sit for a while, so that shouldn't be moving around either. So we're just going to go around this area. And then around the nose, and then bringing it around the face. So you see how like that, this is just like, I don't know, like just, I feel like it's a veil of coverage. It's because it's such a lightweight foundation, you're not going to get too much coverage out of it, but you get like, I don't know, it just feels like all finished, and your skin just looks all one tone, and that highlight from the concealer shines from within the foundation, so it looks like it's naturally highlighted instead of just being like coverage sitting on top. Okay, I'm going to go in and cream contour a little bit. I've mentioned that my favorite one is from LA Girl. This is the shade Beautiful Bronze in their Pro Conceal, so the same product as that Corrector. It just, they have some bronzy shades, concealer shades, and then that. Honestly, and then Ulta usually has like buy one get one 50% off. Again, they're already like, I believe they're about $3.75 or $4 maybe, and they work so well. So I'm just going to go around and cream, bronze, contour a little bit my skin. I'm actually going to take my blendable for this part and just start pushing this contour in. I learned from my last video that I did, if you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here somewhere, but it's the Tati challenge where she said to do your makeup in 10 minutes using the blendable, and oh my god, I learned in that video like the blendable is not good for nose contouring, especially when you're in a hurry. I like got it everywhere. It was so for the nose contour part, I like to just go in with like a thin brush. Again, this is the Morphe MB25. So now that I have that's all of my cream products onto my face, and I'm just going to go in again with the MAC Fix Plus and the coconut scent and just spritz down just so that I can get all these creams meshed into one another. And I'm going to go back into my sponge, but with the back side where I haven't had any product on it yet. And I'm just going to give this like a second to get a little bit more tacky. And I'm just going to start like lightly pressing. Just make sure everything's blended into the skin. Now I'm going to go in with my Pat McGrath. This is her under eye, what is this? Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Powder in the shade Medium. And I'm just going to pick it up on a brush and lightly dust it underneath of my eyes. And that's because I want to keep the skin pretty glowy. I feel like with acne, like most of us that have acne are suffering with oily skin, and you want to set everything, but you really want to do like a concentration of like where we apply powder, because if you put too much, like it'll like, I don't know, I feel like it crusts up where your acne is, as gross as that sounds. So I just like to go in and concentrate powder where I want it. So whether it's a translucent powder or a loose, like a pressed powder like this, you just want to concentrate it. You guys, and that is the skin part finished. I'm really quickly going to jump off camera, finish off the face, and then we'll be right back to wrap up the video. So that completes this makeup look. You can't find how I got this look on Instagram. I did use my March BoxyCharm box to create this, so it will be on Instagram. But basically I used this new palette from actual like BoxyCharm. That's the brand, and this is like what it looks like. It is so beautiful. I want to create a few more looks and maybe post them on my Instagram. I mean on Instagram and on YouTube, but this is really nice. Like there's not a lot of transitioning or like deepening tones, but like do you see how like a lot of them are so like, sorry I don't need to blind anymore, but like they're super like iridescent and shifting. I really like this. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this look, please just follow me on Instagram. It is @RabsBeauty. So make sure to follow me there, you guys. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this makeup look. Do you think that it looks pretty, like the skin, not the actual eyeshadow with lashes and this dark lip, but like the skin? Like I wanted the skin to look super natural, super like clean, fresh, and not super powdery, but I feel like I got all of my issues covered. Like my dark circles I feel like are covered. There's a little shadowing from the lashes, but like the actual dark circles are covered, and my acne is pretty much covered. So let me know what you guys thought. Will you guys be doing this? So if you guys did enjoy the video, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing with a friend. It really helps me out. And with that, you guys, I hope that everyone is safe at home. Like, you know, just I hope all of this like mayhem and mess ends really soon. But yeah, I hope everyone's good, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Bye.